Hi there, Laura Williams here of Williams HR Law. The frequently asked question I'll be answering in this video is how to communicate with your team in crisis times. In providing support to hundreds of business leaders during the pandemic, one of the things that's become most clear is that many people leaders feel immobilized, incapacitated, and debilitated by the degree of uncertainty that we're dealing with on all fronts. This intense uncertainty has led many people leaders to seize up, and when this occurs, typically the first activity to give is communication. The reason for this video is to emphasize that this is the time when leader communication is critical, and I want to highlight 5 key approaches that can assist people leaders in ensuring their communications are effective. The first strategy is embracing vulnerability. Great leaders know you don't lead alone, and no one during this time expects you to have the silver bullet answers to the challenging issues we face. In this context, there is immense power in acknowledging vulnerability, which involves admitting you don't have all the answers and that you need to rely on others, including the team, for help navigating this new reality we find ourselves in. Being vulnerable helps you to be relatable, and it enables you to genuinely extend the necessary compassion, empathy, and transparency that people are looking for during this time. The second strategy is designating time to think proactively and strategically. It's so easy to get stuck in reactive mode when times are challenging. And look, it's necessary to react and respond, particularly when circumstances are evolving and changing so rapidly. But perpetual reactive mode is disempowering. It's like being swept up in a current or dragged behind an 18-wheeler. You have to react, but only reacting can be stagnating. During these times, leaders need to be diligent and deliberate in designating time to think creatively about how you can pivot your operations to maintain viability and to thrive in what will be the new ways of operating going forward. Time designated to innovation and strategy is energizing and can embolden leaders to communicate as they feel a better sense of certainty and control. It also bolsters leader credibility as the team feels heartened knowing that the leader is thinking future forward. The third effective leader communication strategy involves leveraging the strengths of the team in strategic planning and innovating. Every team has insights and ideas that are beneficial and sometimes vital to decision making from a business continuity standpoint, and particularly to the creative, out-of-the-box thinking that needs to happen for a business to successfully pivot. A team can also be leveraged to track the insights that are gleaned from the experience the business is going through during the pandemic, meaning now is the time to begin to capture the lessons learned or to pressure test and develop operational processes and policies which will help the business build resiliency should something similar occur in the future. Involving the team provides opportunities for feedback, and active participation can also help to gain buy-in on any new strategies or initiatives that the business wishes to implement to keep it going through the pandemic and beyond. It's also critical to creating opportunities to stay connected and boost engagement during times when many organizations have moved from working in proximity to working remotely. The fourth communication strategy is recognizing crisis pressures may impact team behaviors. People are stressed and anxious, full stop. Mental health is precarious for many during these times as we worry for our own health, the health of our loved ones, job security, and the economy generally, among other things. In this climate, leaders should expect that some individuals may lash out or act out, and the best way to deal with this is to be preemptive. Acknowledge that this is a very stressful time, but reiterate policies and conduct expectations that are in place, such as codes of conduct, harassment and anti-discrimination policies, and address unacceptable behaviors to ensure they don't create liability for the organization, and so they don't also become normalized. Finally, the fifth communication strategy is providing assurances that you'll continue to explore how to stabilize the impact of the crisis on the business and on the team. This pandemic situation creates opportunities to strengthen teams in many ways in some contexts. This is a situation where, in communicating, a leader should iterate and frequently reiterate and reinforce that they're taking all measures possible to navigate the team or the organization generally through this time, and that they will, in all cases, be as fair as possible in implementing the measures necessary to stabilize. It's also reassuring to emphasize the theme that we're all in this together and that we need to rely on one another to make it through. I trust you found the strategies in this video helpful, along with the other resources on the site. Keep well and safe.